what does my mind need? My mind needs Medusa. Medusa. Now, we've heard a lot of stories about Medusa in mythology, in movies. She can turn people to stone. She has a hair full of snakes. A lot of things about Medusa. But let me share some things with you. Medusa is number 23 in the deck. And she is the goddess of rage, shadow of rage. She hails from Libya, and her temple is shadows, and her element is fire. And fire, the element of fire is creating. You know, the element of air, which you had in the first one, is of learning. Okay, water's nourishing, air is learning. So we're learning how to create a new life for self. Okay, this is where it's going. So let me tell you a little bit about Medusa first. Okay, and then I'm going to tell you about her temple of shadows. Medusa is feared as an ugly, vicious monster bitch. Like I've told you, Medusa has been in a lot of movies, in mythology and stories, and she is portrayed that way. She is feared as an ugly, vicious monster bitch. The truth? What's the truth? This Libyan Berber dark goddess of wisdom's rage is sacred, epic, and fully justified. Okay? We have justified rage. There's a lot of people right now who's walking around with justified rage because she has been just. You are pissed off and petrified, angry and shaking. But underneath, you're really hurt and heartbroken. And that probably encompasses the majority of people who are now living in this post-pandemic world. But feeling undervalued is overwhelming. At work, at home, with yourself, you feel like you should be a little further ahead. You can't stay silent anymore. Let your joys, hopes, and beauty rage on. Remember, Medusa is the goddess of rage, and we're going to rage on in good things. You have a right to the full range of your emotions, including anger. Sacred rage inspires us to do what? To run for office, lead protests, and shift policies. Those things that just get under your skin. I'm angry about it, but I'm angry to the point I want change. I'm not trying to hurt anybody. I'm trying to change. I'm trying to bring about some good. So get clear on what is really happening. Allow yourself to feel your feelings in order to see the truth, to accept the truth, and to agree to the truth. Just because you feel threatened does not mean you really are being threatened. Face your fears. Goddess's declaration to you. I have a right to feel my feelings. In that sacred space, under the wing of God, in that shadowy place where you feel comfortable and safe to feel those feelings, to face those fears, and know nothing's going to harm you. Her embodiment to you, I want you to take a moment. Okay. I want you to lay down. I want you to relax. I want you to really be relaxed in this moment. Breathe into your nostrils. Slowly bring it out through your mouth. Take a breath. I want you to close your eyes and put both of your hands on your lower abdomen. Tune into that part of you that feels out of control, that part of you that's raging. I want you to tune into that part of you. Flood it with loving, healing, golden light. I want you to allow that golden light to just come in and flood that area. And as you allow it to come in, allow the iridescent white from your aura to blend with that gold light. That is your connection to Creator God, which you are now going to flow in this moment. And put both of your hands over your heart. Do the same. Allow that golden light to flood your heart and connect with the iridescent light of your aura. That free flow of connection between you and God as you sit under His wing. In order for you to deal with rage, you understand shadows represents the dark. In a spiritual sense, we're talking, the white energy represents the aura, which every person has an aura. There are some who can see it, there are others who cannot, which correlates with the 7th crown chakra, okay? According to colorsexplained.com, a glowing white aura appears as the closest thing to pure light that you can imagine. It is your energy field. And I know I've shared with you guys before, I wear this stone in order to strengthen my aura, so that it is kind of like impenetrable, okay? You can't get through it. But what does having a white aura mean? Okay, now we're talking about the white color is very high vibrational color, giving this potent and rare aura color a unique strength. A bright white aura indicates that your crown chakra is open. And that really is the goal of us doing this, is getting you to that point of where that crown chakra is open so that you can be free and flow spiritually into the gifts, into the promises of God. But not everyone unblocks their crown chakra in their lifetime. This is something that you should be aware of. It indicates that the person is accessing higher consciousness and enlightenment, and feeling universal energy in oneness with the universe. That means you are one with God. Now, some people may not encounter this in their lifetime, but if you've grown up in the church, like I have, I can say that the church brought me to a certain level. Yes, I opened to God. I opened to Holy Spirit. I opened to allow myself to receive and have that flow. Okay? So that is part of your enlightenment. It's the opening that crown chakra. This person is transcending the boundaries of the physical realm. That means you can now move about in the spiritual realm. You can operate in the spiritual realm. Okay? Now I'm going to give you a little bit of background on enlightenment, just a little bit, because enlightenment actually, you may have heard the term, and it comes from the Buddha religion. And again, it's similar, and at least to me, in you accessing the Holy Spirit in, the Christian religion, but they call it enlightenment. And I'm going to show you, just share a little bit about what enlightenment is. Usually is associated, like I said, with Buddhism, and it's the action or state of attaining or having attained spiritual knowledge or insight. In particular, in Buddhism, that awareness which frees a person from the cycle of rebirth. So it's like you coming into that, like I said, that top layer, opening that crown chakra. Okay. So according to Buddhism, personal enlightenment is the realization of a new way of thinking and feeling. That's the mind, okay? Thinking and feeling. And that's why we're in this. This is what your mind needs. A new way of thinking and feeling. Through such an experience, Buddhists hope to become more open and compassionate persons who have spiritual peace within. It's all about getting that peace within. 2023 is about me. It's about obtaining your personal peace this year, okay? In T.D. Jakes' sermon, The Struggle for the Soul, he demonstrates the daily struggle of man, where he shows how the soul, which the body, the flesh, and the spirit, and there's always a balance of light and dark. And if you want to even use those two, the light would be your spirit, the dark would be the body, because it's not. And they don't always coincide. But we create that struggle. That's naturally in us. And like I said, we have to find the balance. So in Buddhism, the acceptance of things as they are is only possible when one has stopped seeing things in the usual, anxious, and self-centered way. A view that breaks up experience into all sorts of dichotomies. For example, joy and sadness, love, hate, success, failure, life, death. Okay? In these views, there is no end to the struggle. You understand? You're always in a constant struggle if you always view things like that. You have to get to the point where there's a balance. Okay? That's why Bishop Jakes suggests that one has to clear their minds and do not lean on your ego, understanding. You have to get the crown chakra open so that you can have that constant flow from God, Holy Spirit, the enlightenment. 2023 is about me, and it's all about the Life Calling Coach and pouring all of my energies into the things of God that He has given me for you. And I have Discover Your Life Path. Discover Your Life Path is open. Registration is open. There are several options for you to discover your life path. If you want to work with me individually, one-on-one, I have a membership for that. If you want to be with a group, a cohort, a group, and do it together, I have a membership for that as well. And I also opened the course for the group cohorts for this year that will happen in February, May, and September. So registration is open for all three. Now is the time for you to get into gear to be about you. 2023 is about me. And the first thing that you need to do is discover your path. Where is God taking you this year? Where is He taking you in 10 years? This is the year to find out. So I encourage you to visit my website to learn more about the Discover Your Life Path course and live on purpose and not by accident. I also ask you to like, follow, subscribe to our YouTube channel. We have loads coming for you this year. We are revamping the channel. I'm going to be adding some, as you've seen, one of my spiritual uplift videos from my pastor, Bishop T.D. Jakes. And I will be sharing more nuggets with you on my channel. I am also going to start working more on sharing living on purpose, people who are living on purpose. Go to the website TheLifeCallingCoach.com and subscribe to my blog. You will get the latest lessons, clarity moments, and extended explanations for readings like the one we had today, because it was a longer explanation in the definition of enlightenment. I will share those on my blog so that you can go back and you can read them for yourself, the whole lesson. So go to TheLifeCallingCoach.com and go to our blog and subscribe so that you can get everything you need this year to make 2023 your year of purpose, your purposeful journey toward making you better and doing the things that God has for you to do. Again, thank you. Thank you for sharing. Thank you for liking the video. Thank you for subscribing. And I will see you soon. And remember to live on purpose and not by accident.